Every man faces a big choice when it comes to relationships. Some try to be overly nice, always saying yes and doing everything to please. While this may seem like the right approach, it often leads to being ignored or taken for granted. Others go in the opposite direction, acting distant and unpredictable. This can create short-term excitement, but rarely leads to lasting relationships. The best path isn't in these extremes, but in finding the right balance. A man who understands this balance naturally attracts others. He isn't desperate for attention, nor does he completely shut people out. He knows when to give and when to hold back, making his presence valuable and keeping the relationship interesting. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you always say yes when someone asks for a favor. Over time, they stop appreciating it. It becomes expected. The one time you say no, they feel disappointed, even though you've always been helpful. On the other hand, someone who rarely helps but does a favor once in a while is seen as kind and generous. This happens because people notice what stands out, not what is constant. Now, think about relationships. If a woman sees you as always available and always agreeing with her, she won't find it special. But if you keep some space, stay independent, and choose special moments to show kindness, she will appreciate it more. It's not about playing games, it's about making sure your kindness isn't taken for granted. Let's call this type of man the balanced gentleman. He is not overly nice or completely distant. Instead, he understands how to naturally build attraction and respect. He doesn't seek approval all the time, and because of that, people see him as more confident and valuable. Women are naturally drawn to men who are secure and independent. If you aren't constantly trying to impress or seek attention, you will naturally stand out. When you do something nice, it will mean much more. That's what creates a deeper connection. The key to this balance is how you give attention. Some think giving constant affection will win someone over, while others believe ignoring a woman makes her want them more. The truth is, neither extreme works well. What really matters is knowing when to give attention and when to step back, creating a natural push and pull that keeps things exciting. In the next sections, we'll go deeper into the exact steps to become this balanced gentleman. Stay with me, because once you understand this, it will change the way you approach relationships forever. In any interaction with a woman, knowing when to give attention and when to hold back is key. Feelings are always changing, and each situation requires a different approach. Let's break it down into 5 main scenarios to make things clear. When she feels bad, because of you. If she's upset due to something you did, maybe she saw you talking to another woman and got jealous, or you accidentally hurt her feelings. This is when you should give attention. Acknowledge her emotions, reassure her, and handle the situation with care. Ignoring her in this case will only make things worse. When you feel bad because of her. On the other hand, if you feel bad because of her, maybe she posted a picture with another guy or did something she knows you don't like, you should not react emotionally or chase after her with affection. Instead, remain calm and unbothered. Don't message her to check in, compliment her, or show jealousy. Acting unaffected makes you more attractive and keeps you in control of your emotions. When she feels happy, because of you. If she's feeling good because of something you did, maybe you took her on a great date or gave her a thoughtful gift, it's important not to immediately flood her with more attention. The rule is simple. Never give continuous attention. Let her enjoy the moment, but after that, create some space. If you just had a great time together, don't text her right away. Let the emotions settle so she values your presence more. When you feel happy because of her. If she does something nice for you, buys you a gift, wears something attractive, or does something special for you, this is when you should give attention. Show appreciation, compliment her, and let her know you noticed. Positive reinforcement in these moments makes her more invested in making you happy. When she's emotional about something unrelated to you. If she's upset about work, family, or personal issues that have nothing to do with you, stay neutral. Listen if she wants to talk, but don't feel the need to jump in and fix everything. Many men make the mistake of trying to cheer her up by buying gifts or offering too much support. This only trains her to rely on you emotionally. which can lead to a draining dynamic where you become her emotional caretaker. Understanding requests and setting boundaries. Women will also test you with different types of requests. Some are genuine, while others are subtle ways to see if you're easily controlled. Direct orders. Early in an interaction, women might test you by making direct commands like, "Hold this," "Take our picture," or "Buy me something." These are subtle ways to see how confident you are. If the request is reasonable, like taking a picture, don't refuse outright, but also don't jump to obey instantly. Pause, joke about it, or do it on your own terms. However, if the request is unreasonable, like running errands for her without a good reason, confidently say no. The key to keeping a woman attracted is balance, giving just enough attention and validation while maintaining your own self-respect and independence. By following these principles, you ensure that you're respected, valued, and seen as someone worth chasing rather than someone who is always available at her convenience. Let's break it down further, building on the ideas from the previous part. The way you handle requests from women is crucial for maintaining attraction and ensuring your value stays high. We discussed how emotions can dictate your decisions when it comes to giving attention. But now let's focus on another key element: requests. Understanding how to respond to them is just as important, if not more. Requests from women come in two primary forms: direct and indirect. Let's start with the direct ones. These are the times when she asks you to do something for her, and it often comes as a command or simple request. For example, she may ask you to take a picture, hold something for her, or wait for her. In this case, you have two options: refuse or accept, but on your terms. It's crucial that you maintain your power in these interactions. If you simply say yes to every request, it shows that you're willing to submit to her will, which can lower your value in her eyes. Instead, you can agree to the request, but add a condition that shifts the power balance in your favor. For example, if she says, "Take our picture," you could respond, "Sure, but I want you to make your funniest face first. Ready?" You're still agreeing, but you've introduced a playful challenge, which makes you seem confident and in control. This small shift not only maintains the fun dynamic, but also shows that you are not at her beck and call. Another example: if she tells you, "Wait for me here," you could reply, "Sure, I'll wait, but I'm actually going to be over there. Come find me when you're ready." You're not rejecting her request, but you're asserting your independence, making it clear that you're not just hanging around waiting for her approval. The second type of request is indirect. These are more subtle, and they express her desires or preferences. For example, she might say, "I love going to the beach," or "I really like Italian food." These are not direct demands, but they give you insight into what she likes. Here, it's tempting to jump at the opportunity to please her immediately. However, the best approach is to delay. If you take note of what she likes but don't act on it right away, you build anticipation. Imagine she mentions she loves burritos. Instead of immediately planning a burrito night, wait a few weeks. Then surprise her with her favorite meal, showing her that you've listened and remembered. This builds intrigue and reinforces that you are not easily swayed by her every whim. By delaying your response to her indirect requests, you avoid looking like a desperate, eager-to-please guy. You maintain your independence and demonstrate that you have your own life. This unpredictability is incredibly attractive because it shows you are in control of your own world, and her desires don't control your actions. It's important to realize that women love a man who is both kind and firm. You don't need to become cold or indifferent, but you must be able to set boundaries and make decisions without constantly seeking her approval. If you always fulfill her wishes as soon as she expresses them, she'll take it for granted, and it'll lose its value. However, when you offer it at unexpected moments, you become more appealing because you're in control. By applying these strategies, you will find the perfect balance between being a gentleman and maintaining your masculinity. You will show that you care, but only when you choose to, keeping the power dynamic in your favor. This is how you build attraction and respect, making sure you never lose your value as a man.